You will not be surprised of seeing this because I'm probably on my millionth bottle. Maybe exaggerating a little bit, but I have gone through a lot of them. Hi, I'm Cecilia, or My Fading Skin, because my collagen is slowly fading, and that is okay. I cannot believe that we are almost in December. Can you? And right now it's all about sort of like prepping for the end of the year, prepping for Christmas. Black Friday is still going on. There's a lot going on. I kind of like this period of the year actually, because it kind of gets me into a mood of just looking back a little bit. I will for sure do that in an upcoming video where I look back on the whole year and favorite skincare and all of that, because I just think that you guys might like that. But for this video, we've come to my monthly staple video, that is my monthly favorites. So we're looking at monthly favorites for November. And I will post this today, Sunday, which is, it still has a lot of black sales on, probably most black sales on. So if you're shopping today, maybe tomorrow for some Cyber Monday, there still might be some deals. So I'm not going to put that up on screen, but I'll put it down in the description below what Black Friday sales there are, but also my normal codes that will then work when the sales are over. We're going to start with a toner and a Milky toner, because 'tis the season of Milky toners, don't you think? And this one is from Niche Beauty Lab, and I'm mentioning this because I have been really liking it and it's back in stock. So this one was released a couple of months ago or so, and they sold out of it because it was so popular. So very, very nice milky texture. This one has peptides, like a peptide ceramide complex in it, and it has panthenol as well. So this is a very calming, it's a very calming toner. So I just want to show you guys the texture. One more drop. You can see it's like a medium rich, I would say, but it feels very, very hydrating on the skin. Beautiful, gorgeous toner. So if you love a milky toner, this is a good option, and it's very affordable as well. So yeah, good option. And they've got, in November, they've got 30% off, and when that sale ends, my 10% off will work. Next, we've got an eye serum, and I'm really crushing on a lot of eye creams at the moment, but this is one that I've wanted to have back in my routine for a while now, and it is the Medik8 R-Retinoate day-night eye serum. This is an expensive one, but it is so worth it though. This is absolutely gorgeous. I think the first thing that made me fall in love with this was the texture. It is just so silky and lovely. And then of course there's a very strong ingredient list. Medik8 uses an encapsulated and patented Retinol, I think they call it, that they claim is 8 times stronger than Retinol or Retinal, let's check that, than Retinol. So very effective, and I've emptied a bottle of this before, and it was very, very good for sort of like wrinkles, crow's feet, that kind of stuff. And it also has caffeine in it. Caffeine and then some hydrators as hyaluronic acid and glycerin as well. So I do want to show you the texture that I'm talking about. So it's got a very nice dispenser, so there's like no air coming in, and then just a little dash there. You can see it's very creamy. Very, it's just so elegant. I think elegant is the word that I want to use. Yeah, beautiful. And I think when a product has both the experience to come with it as well as a formula that really works, then you've got a winner. So definitely the Medicate eye cream, this one, very, very good. High recommendation. I'm very glad to have it back in my routine. Next one is a holy grail, and we are going over to serums, which I've got quite a few of this month. But you will not be surprised of seeing this because I'm probably on my millionth bottle. Maybe exaggerating a little bit, but I have gone through a lot of them. This one is just full of peptides. It is one of the best growth factor serums and very, very effective for wrinkles, and I've seen great results there. Also, I actually use this in my eye area as well to kind of double up on those wrinkles. So when I use this one, that always gets very good results. It comes in these very pretty shiny bottles. So let's... And also this texture, it is very, look at that. It is sort of like quite rich and bouncy, yet so lightweight. And it just goes straight in. And there's absolutely no stickiness either with this one. Very, very easy and elegant to apply. I'm always attracted to kind of elegant products, and this is definitely one. She is pricey though, but you know, we're paying for the formula basically. So yeah, this is worth it. And yeah, always I have a nice discount code of 20% for these guys, and they've got some Black Friday sales. I think they've got 30% off. It's a good one, and if you do use my code, you get an extra freebie, so lovely. So that is a deal to kind of grab if you're doing last minute Black Friday shopping. And if not, my year-long, always on, shall we say, discount code is also very nice. Drinking break. Just water today, just trying to drink more water. I'm not good at drinking water. Are you guys? I know that that's like the number one thing we should do. Are you good with your water? Encourage me. I need to drink more water. But I do like it when it's like ice cold. I like iced water. So I try to always keep my water in the fridge. That really helps. Next, we're going to a new serum hero of mine, and I don't know if you remember that I told you that I stopped using my tretinoin because after two or three years, it just started to get even more sensitive to it. So I decided to stop it at least for a while, and I've gone back to mostly Retinal serums, but in that genre I also use some Retinol and stuff like that. So one of my new heroes is from MELUMÉ Skin Science. Now I have talked about this brand before, and I have had some sponsor posts from them as well. This is not a sponsored post because I do really love this brand, and I think it's one of those really undiscovered gems, you know. It's a German brand, and it's really focusing on the formulas. The formulas are so strong and the products are elegant, and it feels good to use. Like this one, let's see if we can, it's sort of like a glass, sturdy glass bottle. So this one is called the Amazing, see what they did there with the A for retinoids, yeah. The Amazing Retinal Emulsion. I like that they're calling it an emulsion because it's a very rich serum. So it's somewhere in between a serum and a moisturizer. It's kind of perfect if you've used a serum, calming maybe, or whatever it might be, a peptide serum that we just used, and then before your moisturizer you can kind of add this. So it works really well. In addition, it also has bakuchiol, so it kind of goes in with 3 different vitamin A's, and it has some calming stuff as well. Let me find that. So it's got panthenol, it's got oligohyaluron, which is a very small molecule, it says. I'm guessing that's hyaluronic acid. They've got a GMOD complex, which is sort of like an antioxidant balancing type protective complex that they use in everything. That seems to work very well for my skin. They have that in everything, and all that product seems to work for me. And it's got a little bit of tranexamic acid in there, so it's going to be really good for both, whether it's wrinkles you're tackling, some brightness, you want to brighten up the tone of your skin. It sort of like attacks everything, which I think is really, really nice. Very, very good for mature skin. This whole brand is very good for us mature people. So let's dive in a little bit to the pretty bottle. I just want to show you that texture. There we go. There's a light yellow tone. I don't know if you can see that here, but you see the creamy emulsionness of it. Absolutely gorgeous, very elegant. We talked about elegant earlier. And it goes in so beautiful, so nicely, and feels very, very nice on the skin. So I have very sensitive skin, and this one works very nice for me. So highly recommend this one. I've also got a 20% off all year round on this brand. So yeah, don't rest on that. If you're looking for something new to try that you haven't heard of before, this is a great brand. Okay, we're going to keep going even more luxury. This is probably one of the more expensive brands I have, but I am obsessed, you guys, and it's Dr. Diamond METACINE. Have you guys tried this brand? So this is one. Let me just hold up this one. This is one of the products they recently sent me. They recently sent me one of their kits that they're selling for Christmas, because I begged for it, basically, because I was out of this one, and I'm like, I'm desperate to get a hand on this one again. I just emptied it in a month. I could not stop using it, and now I'm back using it. So what this was, it's a peptide serum, basically, and it's a beautiful texture on this. And at the bottle as well, if you see here, you see how well that kind of like just sits in the hand. Like it sits like do you guys have a calming rock? No? I do. I have like a very kind of like weighty stone that is very round, and it feels really good and grounding to hold. This product feels like that. It just feels very comforting because it's very rounded in the edges. You can see that it's almost like a half egg, and it's just so beautifully shaped. I don't think I've seen any other products shaped like this. I mentioned this is full of peptides, so this is a collagen supporting type of peptides, and there are 3 in there. They say they are so they are bioengineered, so they're vegan and human-like or human identity-like peptides. That was so well described, Cecilia. You guys know what I mean, right? But basically it supports and encourages the growth of collagen in our skin, which we need. I want that because I'm losing my collagen because, menopause. So good for menopause. In addition, I'm just going to look at my cheat list. It has glycerin. So that's going to be nice and hydrating. It has jojoba seed oil, which also helps with hydration and just elegance of the skin, of the product. Niacinamide and beta-glucan. So it's got some great supportive ingredients there in the formula. Love it. Shall we dive in, and do you want to see the texture? Okay, are we ready? Yes. And even, you see, even just like this, like the little top here, it's just so beautiful and elegant. So it feels like good even just to put your finger there. It's just a little detail. So that's why it's like, yes, you're paying a lot, but you're kind of getting an elevated experience, I would say. Oh, that was very satisfying. So did you see the way that came out? Oh, I know. It is, a little bit bounciness to it. It is rich and hydrating, and it just immediately my skin says yum, yum, yummity, yum. Basically, that's what my skin is saying. Satisfying pop. Ooh, hold on. ASMR. fun, you guys, right? Okay, so I'm gonna move on. But this one is great. This one is a splurge. Coming up to Christmas, if you want to splurge, you want something special, if you're buying a very expensive gift for someone, this is the one. But great for mature skin, menopausal skin, wonderful. Okay, next we have got a new release from 107. You know, I'm a fan of this brand. They've got some wonderful products and they've got a new release I'm very excited about. Also very good for mature skin, sensitive and mature skin actually. The owner of the brand, she is a sort of mature woman, my age-ish. I'm a little bit older, so but she is, and her skin is very sensitive. Chloe is her name. She is very good at formulating for sensitive skin people and sort of also leaning into mature. It also works for young though, but if you are someone with mature sensitive skin, their products will work really well for you. So I wanted to show you, this is like a bit bi-face serum. Look at this, it's got like a double layer milky serum. I love that they're just calling it what it is, double layer milky serum. And we're gonna do a little shake. Okay, are you ready? See that little action going on in there? And it just turned milky. Oh, yes. So this one has sunflower seed oil, glycerin, niacinamide, and ginseng. I love when a product has ginseng in it. It is so, it's one of those things that it just does things. I tend to say that ginseng is the protector of the skin and it balances the skin. It just makes my skin nice. Whenever I use ginseng, it just balances it out quite nicely, and this one has that and some niacinamide, and in a very nurturing and milky and hydrating and calming formula. So let's dive into the texture, right? Ooh, that one came out, you can see that it's sort of like a double bi-face thing here, even though we did shake the bottle. And then you just massage it in. You can definitely feel the sunflower seed oil. Now, sunflower seed oil is another oil that I love. That is in my favorite Dr. Sam Bunting Flawless Intense cream that just fixes everything. So they use that in this serum as well. So I think that's one of the reasons why this works so well for me. So it's kind of got the mix of that and the ginseng, which is two ingredients that I really love. So this was immediately a winner for me. So if you're looking for a serum it kind of just both firms, brightens, hydrates and soothes all in one, great. Very friendly for us mature skinned people. Now the next one is a new product for me, and I first heard about this one from Unioni and recently from Mari at Beauty and Soul. And this brand, I haven't even mentioned the brand yet, so this is DR.NINETEEN, and this is their Redrn Exosome Ampoule. Now this recently went very viral in a reel that somebody posted, but it got 10 million views because someone was reacting to saying, oh my gosh, you have no pores. And then, yeah, it went kind of viral. So this one is basically for pores, but in addition, because I don't really have a lot of pores, but I have found this really useful for my skin as well, just in terms of brightening and hydration. It does have the PDRN in there, so it's very hydrating. It's got retinol in there as well, which is very good for brightening. So it's an overall really good serum, whether you are in their target group of pore care or you simply have mature dry skin with probably hyperpigmentation, like most of us have. So this one is a really good one. So let me show you this one. So it has Exosome, PDRN and Retinal. I think I said Retinol earlier, it's Retinal. It's got like a little thing to take off the top. Really like the kind of end of it. Oh. Look at that. It's got a hint of green in it. Again, it's got a little creaminess to it in the serum, but it's just so good. I love this type of serum. So it feels very nurturing to me, but yeah, it's doing a really good job with things. So, and this one, it's actually not that expensive. This one is actually probably one of the more affordable items I have. So effective and affordable, we like that. If you're looking for that, this is a good one. Right now, it's on Black Friday sale on the Beauty and Soul website, and my 10% code is stackable, so you can get 25% off this one. Across the year, I have 10%. So Beauty and Soul have this exclusive in the UK, so it's really easy for us in the UK to get it. I really recommend this one, and also I love their toner. The cream is also really beautiful. It's quite lightweight, so not so good for my dry skin, but I do use it under sunscreen in the daytime. But the toner and this ampoule, super good. Highly recommend. Okay, that was a lot of serums, right? Another drink. Hold on. Look at me drinking water. How good am I? Still cold. Love that. So we're moving from a lot of serums to a lot of moisturizers. Well, the first one is technically not a moisturizer, it's an emulsion, but it's really a moisturizer. And this one is, you're gonna love this one, IOPE. This is in the Stem 3 series. And hold on, yeah. And in my last favorites, I featured their cream, and this time I'm featuring the emulsion because fantastic pair to have. So the cream is richer, so you can use that evening, daytime if you want, but I use it for the evening. It's very, very rich and nurturing. So if you basically want a version of that that is very lightweight, that is this one. So that's the emulsion, and I love using an emulsion, and I use it for two reasons. Especially in winter, sometimes my moisturizers are just not hydrating enough because I've got very mature dry skin. So adding in an emulsion like this as a second layer, just a little light layer, and I tend to kind of space them out a little bit in the evening. That's sort of like my main purpose of using this emulsion. I also use it in daytime. If I have a very hydrating sunscreen, I might put this under because it's a much lighter moisturizer, so it works very well. So this one, they've updated the formula. It used to be a white packaging, and they've basically added PDRN to the formula, and it's a PDRN hyaluronic acid complex, it looks like, and in addition they have their allantoin complex in here, which is what my skin loves in this whole series, and it's a mix of allantoin and panthenol. So very, very good for sensitive skin, for calming, just nurturing that skin barrier. Very hydrating. So this with the PDRN is even more hydrating. So I want to show you the texture again. Ah, look at that, you guys. Isn't that, see how lightweight that is? I just love, this is one of the most silky products. That the moisturizer also has that silkiness to it. Oh, beautiful. So I know many of you were interested in that one because I've seen a lot of clicks on this one, on the cream. So you'll probably be interested in this one as well. So if you like the cream, this one is also for you. The next one I also included in my last favorites video, but I have to include it again because it's so good and I've just kept reaching for it. It's the new Saatchi cream, you guys. It's so good. I love this one. Another perfect hero for mature skin. This is a peptide cream. It's got growth factor peptides in there, and it's also so hydrating and skin barrier restoring and protecting. So I want to dive into the ingredient list a little bit. I need to read this off because on the website they've structured it in a really nice way. Kind of split it into 3 categories. So the first one is a restoring complex, which includes the growth factor peptides, DNA repair enzyme, another tripeptide 29, and a bunch of multi-minerals. So that is to restore the skin, tackle the firmness, lines and wrinkles and all of that stuff. Then there is a wild indigo Ayurvedic complex. So that includes wild indigo and then a bunch of botanicals. We've got ginger, licorice root, turmeric and more. And then the second one is like the barrier recovery items in there. So it's got 11 amino acids, it's got ceramides, glycerin and squalane. That is a very powerful ingredient list, and no ingredients that my skin can't handle. So for sensitive skin people, this is so good. I love how they formulate their products. It's always so multitasking. This is the most expensive product that they have, but totally worth it. Many of us that are fans of Sachi Skin, we've been waiting for a moisturizer for quite a few years. So we were very happy when we knew that they were adding a moisturizer to the lineup, and it delivered on all of my expectations. And I know all my other friends who has this as well in the skincare community are absolutely raving about it. So I want to show you the texture, of course. So do you see a little hint of blue in there as well? I'm not actually sure what that is. Tell me someone. But you see the texture? Ah, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's sort of like a medium to rich creaminess, I would say. It's great, especially in the evening, because it's not super rich, but it's a little rich, and I love that for evening. Love my growth factors. I tend to use growth factors, I think, daily in my routine now. And my skin is looking very good. I'm getting a lot of compliments at the moment, so very nice. So highly recommend this one. The next one is a new release again, and I think you will love this one. It's very new. I received it before it was released in PR, and yeah, I love it, let's just say. So spoiler alert. It's from Dr. ALTHEA, and it is their Reju 5000 cream. Now, this one is, they call it a PDRN ointment, and that may probably explains how tiny this is. That is my only complaint. Make it bigger. I think it's meant to be like an ointment and to sort of like apply in areas where you need it. So this is, if your skin is compromised, this is meant to work as an ointment to kind of fix any super dryness reactions. If you've done any procedures or just reacted to something, and to calm down. But I just use it all over, so make it bigger, you guys, friends at Dr. ALTHEA. I want this bigger. This is very, very nice and great for mature skin as well. And I say that because this also has growth factors in it, so it's also good for firming. It's a very multitasking product, so I wouldn't just say this is an ointment. I would say this is good for all over the face all the time. So bigger size, hope they get that. Let's see if they listen, right? Because I really like it, and the PDRN makes it very, very hydrating as well. So let me show you guys. They always have such cute packaging. I really love that. So this one has, so it's vegan PDRN. They have centella, panthenol, glycerin in addition to the growth factors. So we're gonna go in. Little dash. Can you see? So they say it's sort of like a gel cream, so it's very lightweight, but it is very hydrating. This is perfect for daytime. It really has, it almost feels like a little occlusive with the lightness of it, but yeah, love it. It feels very silky, very elegant, and you know I love my elegant products. So, and very affordable as well, so I can totally recommend this one. I'll make sure I put a link below, of course, so you can check it out. Next, in my last favorites video, I included a redness serum from a Norwegian brand called Face Formula, and this time I'm including their moisturizer, or one of their moisturizers, which is this one. And this is their new packaging with the lovely blue color. Is that focusing? Yeah. Okay, yeah. And this may be why I made my nails this color, because I'm obsessed with this color. I need to find the name of this color. So this one has ectoin ceramides, shea butter, sunflower seed wax, panthenol, and hyaluronic acid. So this is great for sensitive skin, mature skin, dry skin, all of those things. We love a ceramide cream, don't we? And just see? Let's just take a moment to appreciate my you know, do you guys get happy when you like just match colors? I recently went to what's called Le Book Connections, which is sort of like a creative community, and they had a day here in London, and I was on the jury to judge some of the work and portfolios there. And Pantone, the company, was there, and they did an hour presentation about how they work with color, and they work with customers in color, and not the science of color, but more like the psychology behind color. It was so interesting, and I think I realized that I'm just so drawn to color. That's why I tend to maybe sometimes match even my skincare routine in colors that I like, because it just makes my brain go, you know? Do any of you guys have that? You know, when you have just to see color combinations, whether it's, you know, you're just walking somewhere and you're seeing, oh, I love this color, it makes me so happy, or it makes me so calm, etc. But basically this color makes me calm. I know that there's a lot of blue tones that they call like calm blue. Yeah, that was one they talk about. I think this one might be quite close to some of that. But let me show you the texture again. So it's quite rich and nice and silky. Oh yeah. You see, so it's quite rich there. Easy to apply though. Yeah. This one feels very nurturing. It is quite rich, but I have used this in the daytime. If I'm just at home and I'm not using a sunscreen, then I add this one. Protects very nicely. So this one is a gem from Norway. Hi Tilly. Yeah, it's a gem from Norway. It's beautiful. So, you know, if you want to pick up a Norwegian, if you're on holiday in Norway and you're picking up, or you live in Norway, because I've got some Norwegian followers as well, and you want to pick up some Norwegian brands, Face Formula is the one. That's the one that stuck with me, and I've been looking for ages to find some Norwegian products that I'm happy to talk about. And when I found this brand, that's when I was like, yeah, this is the one. My final cream is also a new release, and it's not that I've saved the best for last, because all of these creams are amazing, but this one is definitely an amazing release, and it's a very shiny bottle. So let's see. This is from Super Egg, and it's their soft strength rich resilience. I love that there is both soft and rich in here, which is almost like two ends of the scale a little bit, but it is rich but very soft. So this is another, I would say, gem for mature skin. This one also has growth factors. I can kind of like see a theme. I see a theme in my favorites at the moment. So just look at this bottle. Jar. Look at this jar. Very, very shiny. So this one has 5 different growth factors in it. So it also firms it smooths skin texture, and it builds resilience. So those are three very, very nice areas. So let's dive into, because there's quite a lot here. This is popped full in the formula of useful and great ingredients for the skin. So they have 5 growth factors. Then they have a patented antioxidized complex, which is new to me, silifos, something like that, which is derived from milk thistle compound. Then they have a shell duplex, which is peptides, plant stem cells, amino acids and minerals. So that's about soothing. Then they've got to protect the skin barrier is ectoin, ceramides and fatty acids. And to hydrate, they've got rice bran oil, rosehip, snow mushroom, hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. There's a lot in there, and there's more, but there's just all of these ingredients I really wanted to mention, because all of them are ingredients that my skin really likes. So yeah, let's also show you the texture. We're just going to go in there. Look at that. Look at that. Does that not look creamy and yummy? Ooh, so you see how rich that is, but also that is very lightweight. So this hand now has a lot of layers, but it's still going in, so that's good. And again, very elegant, feels wonderful, and this has been very, very good for my skin as well. And I love how multitasking it is, you know. You know, when you're paying money for something and you want to make sure that you're really getting your money's worth, this one does that. This one is similar pricing to the Saatchi one. It's $110, so maybe a tiny bit lower. I've also got 15% off on this one and on Saatchi. So yeah, but definitely worth it, because very multitasking moisturizer. I also have a mask for you today. I have a mineral mask from Blue Lagoon. This one is all about getting that hydrated skin now during winter and your skin is just drying up and cold and this is a good hero to have. And Blue Lagoon, you know, I've been there. Maybe you've seen my video for when I was in Iceland. This is definitely one of the reasons I go, not just this mask, but actually the Blue Lagoon as a spa. And they have this, they have their own brand, so this I bought there. So I've been using this for years, actually. I've been using it for 10 years or something like that. So this is not my first rodeo, you guys. This one, let's dive into the, so let me show you this one as well. So this one has Blue Lagoon seawater, which is very good for the skin. It says it has supercharges the skin with electrolytes and boosts the performance of the overall formulation. Okay, then we have aloe vera, jojoba seed oil, glycerin, allantoin, hyaluronic acid, all goodies. Okay, so I'm going to show you the texture of this, just a little bit, and then you sort of like layer it on, nice silky, oh hold on, there we go, nice silky and elegant, gorgeous. And then you can wash it off, or you can just sort of like wipe off with a damp cloth what is left there as well. So and these comes in different sizes, which is something that I really enjoy about Blue Lagoon. They always have typically 3 sizes, sort of like a small, medium and full size. Really love that, because also it's kind of pricey, so it's good to try out the small ones before you go in with a full size. And then finally, in the skincare category, I have a few different things to add actually today, but we have this is a old formula in a new improved packaging. It's Dr. Sam, you guys. I don't know if I've talked about this on my YouTube channel before, but I have certainly many times on my Instagram. Now, in terms of lip care for winter, this is an absolute hero. It is rich, you guys, and this is one of the few that when I put it on at night and I wake up in the morning, my lips are still hydrated. So she's thick. Okay, so I want to show you, let's go in close, because the new bit here is the little applicator, you see? Yeah, you see how rich that is? Beautiful, absolute hero for my lips. Love, love, love this one. Actually, I'm going to put it on now. It's going to take... Getting ready to go out and meet my friend Agatha, which is one of my skincare besties. So now my lips are ready. Can you tell this is now the next day? I was like, should I trick them or should I be honest? Honesty is always the way. I didn't have time to film this bit. I just have one more thing to add to this, what is looking to be a very long video, but you know, not a shocker if you have been on my channel before. I don't know, it just takes time to talk properly about stuff. So I do always put like chapters in my videos. If you want to skip something, you can easily do that. So hopefully that works. But I had one more thing that I wanted to share with you today that I've been fascinated by, and I did not expect it. So this is a DNA kit. What does that have to do with skincare, Cecilia? Well, actually it links in. So I was sent this in PR and I thought, okay. Well, actually, I wanted to do one of those DNA kits where you learn about your ancestors and stuff like that. Now, this is not that kind of DNA test. They have two different ones. Yeah, the one that I chose is just called DNA Kit with AI Health Coach, and it's by a company called Mudo. I think I'm saying that correctly. If not, have your own interpretation. I think it's Mudo, and they reached out to me and asked, do you want to try this thing? And there was something at the back of my head that said, I'm kind of curious about what can they do. And they basically, and I posted about this on my Instagram, and a lot of the comments I got there was very curious, like, wow, this sounds interesting. We want to know more. And because I've had my results, I wanted to not go into detail here. I might do a separate video on this if you guys are interested. I'm happy to share more of my results. But basically, if you want to see a picture of this, I'll insert one actually from my Instagram post so you can see. But you get a kit, and it's basically like a little tube with some kind of liquid in it, and you get a thing you put on top of the tube, and then you spit into the cube. Very sexy. And then there is a code that you scan and you post it back to them, and then 2 or 3 weeks later back comes your results, and they all come up on this app. And I looked at it, and it is so, there is so much information in there, and I was really surprised of what they were able to tell me from just that little sample of saliva that they had from me. So what this does is that it shares, you know, what is in your DNA, and what, depending on your DNA, what are you likely to be, you know, good at, have issues with, and this was looking at both physical and mental areas. And this app, like, I have only sort of like delved like 10% into it because there's so much detail. And one of the guys from the team actually called me, and I spent an hour chatting with him, and I was just fascinated by the results. So we picked, and there are many, I think there's like, so basically it's on my phone and it's on my app, and I'll try and do a screen grab, or sort of like a live scrolling, so I'll show you guys on screen. But it kind of, can you see that? I don't know. But it kind of comes in your DNA results. So you click on your results and then you go into your DNA results. So here there are basically, let's see this. Well, there is like 20 or 30 between their different areas. So for example, one of the areas is anti-aging, one of them is neurohealth, another is diet, another is skin health, another is sleep. We have physiological traits. Those were some of the areas that I picked out, but there are so many more, like injury risk and insensitivities and health and metabolic conditions, gut health, eye health. So there are so many areas of your life that you can kind of dive into. And then what the app does, so I'm going to start, the first one is anti-aging. So if I, so let's go in. So if I click on that, you can see there are 6 areas in here. So this one is looking at back pain, cognitive degeneration, longevity, age, muscle degeneration, stress and heart. And then it has like a system of traffic light system of green, you're okay, yellow is like, oh, maybe pay attention to this area, and then a red. It's actually orange, so it's not too scary. But it really easily visually tells you what issues you have. And and then it starts to dive deeper. So for example, if I then click into, let's go into my back pain. Now, and before I do that, so I suffer from chronic back pain, and my mother did the same, and my brother has the same issue. So I knew there was something in the family about back pain. But what this came back as, and you can see this is orange, and it comes back. So if I go into that, it then says, sort of like explains in very short terms. So it says you have slightly raised genetic risk for spinal degeneration and back pain. And then it goes on a little bit. And this is exactly where my issue is. So it kind of starts to explain why you are experiencing, or you're struggling with some areas in your health, or why you're very good at something as well. So it's not just finding the issues, but I also like finding what I'm good at. For example, this test says I'm very intelligent. But things like that. And then it kind of keeps drilling down into the next. So this is obviously just a very, very high level. Then it drills down. What does that mean? And then it starts, you can see here, it starts to explain in more detail what it means. So you can start to read more about the back pain here. You can dive in deeper. So we can click next, and then it's like, what should I do? And that's really what we want to know, right? So from the what should I do? You can see that there is a bullet point list of some pain points or some ideas of what you can do. So then you can start to make yourself a little list. It doesn't stop there. You can click next again, and then comes the science bit. And this is when it starts to get more sciencey for those who want to dive in deeper. I just might want to stop here because I don't need more details. I'm just like, I know what I need to know. But more people are more curious about that. So you can dive in a more scientific level. And you can keep drilling down, and then it kind of comes into the specific DNAs that it's talking about, and you can click into them, and then there are links to like medical reports about that specific DNA. So there is so much detail that you can dive into, and it could probably take me months to dive into everything. But what I'm starting to do now, and I think I will share a video on this, is I'm starting to identify what are some of the key areas that are slight issues in my life. So for example, at the moment, back pain is one, sleep is another. Menopause is sort of bringing me into many different things. I have brain fog and memory loss. So I can dive into the areas here and see, well, what is genetic? What do I need to watch out for to prevent further down the line? And can I build a little action plan for myself? So that's what I'm doing. So for example, with anti-aging and the back pain, I know I can put a plan in place to do specific back exercises. I already do that. Vitamin D's, finding out how I vary my position so I don't get to the pain point as easily. And then you can just start building plans like that. There's also, you know, around, you know, what vitamins you should take and things like that, although that's not sort of like the main focus. But everything is in there. So just thought I'd share this. I'm just absolutely fascinated. So the kit cost £250 to do, but then you get this real wealth of information about what's happening with you. And for me, that's actually totally worth it. And I've got a discount code that I will put up on the screen as well. So that always helps. The app comes with it as well, so yeah, and what you can do, you can also download from the app, so you can email yourself. So for each of these areas, you can email a PDF to yourself. So if you want to print it out, read it, you can also do that, or save, you know, if there's a specific area, for example, like, you know, gut health, you want to print out or save on your phone the PDF, you can do that. So, what do you guys think? Are you as intrigued as I am? And I've just gotten my results. I'm starting to dive into it, and I'll spend more time doing that. And yeah, I'll share a little bit more. But I thought you guys might want to, you might be interested in that, especially now before Christmas. If you want to find, you know, a gift for someone or for yourself that is a little bit different, a little bit, you know, unexpected, but really interesting. I think we all like to learn a little bit more about ourselves, right? So hopefully that was worth it. So that was it, you guys. Hope you enjoyed my monthly favorites video. These are probably my favorite ones to film. I'm always trying new things, and yeah, so much to passionately share with you guys. So if you liked this video, give it a like, click the notification bell, and I would love it if you gave me a follow if you haven't already. That will mean that you get to see more of my content like this. So for now, I really enjoyed being here with you guys. Let's chat in the comments as always, and I will see you next time. Bye.